executing the game plan and limiting your turnovers and, not letting the team get out in transition?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did a good job. Only having 2 turnovers in the second half. I thought we shared the basketball. Like I said, defensively giving back, only giving this team 4 transition points was really good for us. I mean, it was a total team effort. The things we've been talking about, the things we've been wanting to do, offensively and defensively, we did it pretty well tonight. The only thing we got to get better at just our switching, just talking and communicating. A lot of times guys got behind us because we weren't talking our switches and communicating. But other than that, I thought it was pretty solid.
Thank you. We'll go next to Cam.
Hey, Coach, as you mentioned, a lot of things went well. You guys jumped out on these guys early. You guys were perfect from the stripe, limited your turnovers. In a game like this, or any game actually, do you give away the game ball in only the game ball, or is there any other kind of post-game awards do you give your team?
No, I do not. I'm sorry, Cam. But just like I said, overall good game for us. Just we're not shooting the ball as well as we need to. I think we're getting some good looks and just not shooting the ball from the 3-point line, which is why our defense has to be great and having a defensive mindset. And like I said, these last 3 games, I thought we've done that.
No, they look good tonight. Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. We'll go next to Tomer.
Hey, Ty, for the most part, you guys dominated inside the painted area. I'm curious, how do you make that a concerted effort? Because you guys have been the best 3-point shooting team. You guys have gotten good looks from there, but how do you sort of just get that on a consistent basis?
Well, the Dallas game, second game, it was our most paint attacks of the season. So just got to keep harping on it. A lot of teams are, trying to protect the paint and take the paint away. So we have to make the right play. I think when we start shooting the ball like we're capable of shooting it, like we have all year, then teams are, tend to stay at home more. But we just haven't shot the ball particularly well as of late.
And Terrence was phenomenal for you guys today. I think he had 14 points in the second half, 14 or 16. What did you make of his play and his sort of, paint attacks and attacking the paint and putting pressure on them?
Yeah, just his energy on rebounding the basketball. And, when you can push the ball after you rebound the basketball, then you can get downhill. He's done a phenomenal job of just attacking early, getting to the free throw line or getting to the basket. So his energy is infectious and it's good for us.
Thanks. We'll go next to Andrew.
Hey, Ty, building off what you mentioned pregame about how you're looking at 30 games to go before the playoffs. When you're used to your whole life to having 82 games in a season to kind of prepare for that, what's it like this year with 10 fewer games? Does that throw you off as a coach, just having less time and feeling like there's maybe more of a sense of urgency to kind of make that push, make those changes happen?
I wouldn't say more so the games, Andrew. I would say more so the practice time. Just having the practice time to do what you want to do. And I know it was a part, in the season where we weren't able to go to the gym as much as we needed to because of protocol. But that's the biggest thing. 10 games, I think you can kind of live with. It's just the practice time that you miss, throughout the course of the season.
And then I know you have kind of 2 hands tied behind your back right now with Serge and Pat not available, but was tonight an indication that you guys can sort of hit another level, even with guys out, with your effort and consistency?
Yeah, I mean, it gets tough, when it's for a long period of time, when you miss, 2 guys out of your rotation, 2 starters. But, like I said, our next man up mentality, our guys have been great with that. Like you said, our team man was good. Pat had some good minutes. PG, getting to the paint, having 10 assists tonight, no turnovers was huge for us. So, playing a good team that pushes the pace, they play up tempo, they attack the paint. And for us to have a defensive performance like we did was good to see.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next up, Law.
Hey, Ty. Good. This morning, Reggie Jackson shared that the team really wanted to win this one for Nicolas Batum. And Nick's not the kind of player that's going to go out and, just take every shot or anything like that. But he was good again tonight, like he's been most of the season. Just what was the conversation after the game and throughout the game as far as the team supporting him tonight?
Yeah, the guys are very happy and excited for him. I thought Nico did a great job of just, setting the tone early with his defense when he checked into the game of, picking up ball full court, pressuring them, trying to irritate him as much as possible. And I thought his defense really set the tone for us tonight when he checked in the game. So just happy that he can get a win. Like I said, the guys were happy for him playing against his old team. And to get a win like that is pretty impressive.
Next, we'll go to Ohm.
Hey, Ty, I just wanted to stick with Batum. What have you seen from him since he's come off the bench? How much does his role change, if at all? Is it subtle or is it big as far as the guys he's playing with now?
Well, I think with Serge being out and with Pat being out, it's pretty much stayed the same. I think in that first half we played him 15 minutes in a row. So, played 28 minutes tonight. So I think with those guys being out, I think his minutes will stay the same. But I just think just coming off the bench and letting Marcus start and, getting Marcus going has been good for us as well. So hopefully when we get our guys back, then we can kind of lower Nick's minutes a little bit, going down the stretch and, getting him fresh, keeping him fresh and getting ready for the playoffs.
Thanks, Ty.
Next to Justin Russo.
Hey, Coach. In the last week, you guys had a chance to play against both Lonzo and LaMelo. Do you notice many similarities in their games at all?
Just how they push the pace. I think being, 6'6", 6'7", the way they get the ball out of bounds and push and get the ball into the paint, or with their advanced passes, they're the best I've seen, as far as being able to get downhill so fast and their advanced passes and their passing ability to get guys open shots, So, those two guys, they have similar games. I think Melo is just more, he's a little bit more flashy. But other than that, they both pretty much play the right way, pushing the pace, getting guys open shots, and playing really well in transition.
Thank you.
Thanks. One last question from Farbad.
Hey, Coach. Now that we've seen the result from tonight and playing at 7 p.m. on a weekend, do you think we start the petition to do more games on the weekend like this?
Please start it right now, please, so Cam won't ask any more questions about early games.